Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Footy with Trudy. I'm your host, Trudy. I'm here today with Dami, Edosa, and Kachi. We're going to talk about the Super Sunday game. I hope it's on Sunday. Arsenal versus Manchester City. We're also going to talk a bit about Chelsea's title challenging going up in flames and Amarin's comments on Rashford. But first, let's talk about Arsenal. Actually, I misspoke. It's Arsenal versus Man City and the refs because this is becoming ridiculous. What we're seeing here, it's unprecedented. We know we always diss Arsenal fans for having conspiracy theories, but this is almost taking the cake. I think Arsenal should be personally always be afraid to go to whatever Wolves' stadium is called, because that's where Martinelli got the double yellow that we've never seen before or after. And even this foul that happened last week, like I said in the group chat, the commentators were surprised. The players was everybody was surprised. They were like, "Oh, it's
The
a red."
Wolves, the Wolves players were surprised. That's all you need to know. Like normally when they get so on red card, you're like, yes, like, huh?
So,
Oh, yeah.
we'll take it. We'll take
Nah.
it. So, is there an agenda? Is there like what did you guys do to these refs? Like what? And this has been ongoing for years. As Arsene Wenger's favorite quotes: "If I die and when I meet God, I'll ask him where the refs are. Where the refs are. Like what is going on with Arsenal and these refs? It is sir.
I don't know. Like, so I posted something else in the group chat how like, George Graham, so the manager before Wenger, also had an issue with refs. So at some point, for some reason, there is something about teams from London being immigrants that causes a majority of white men from the northern part of England to not like them when they're on the pitch. So, I mean, I agree that sometimes Arsenal fans are eager to blame the refs for situations, right? But like when you continue to get one of one type of decisions, it I feel like sometimes you have to take away the tribalism and just actually look at it. And the reason why this one is so egregious is that this is how Pep made his money. The current Ballon d'Or winner made his money using this particular foul. If this foul does not exist the way it's
Tactical.
supposed to exist,
Tactical
he
foul.
cannot. Rodri does not have a career without tactical fouling. Like, why would you buy Rodri? He's not fast, he's not especially strong, but he's going to tackle you before you can turn around. Right? This is completely normal. Okay, fine. I like posting still pictures, but you can watch it. The videos that you're seeing, his leg grazes, the top of his leg grazes the guy's chin, but he only connects on the foot. Like, give him the yellow and then call it a day. Like, do you know how insane that foul is? Every single professional that, in fact, anybody that ever played the sport, the second someone goes by you, you'll be like, why didn't you foul him? Why didn't you, like, you have, so you tell an 18-year-old boy that has been learning this thing, studying the masters of the game, because he's the DM, Busquets and Rodri do this continuously in every game. And the first time he does it, you give him a red card. Literally yesterday, they were so Sky Sport were talking about how the PGMOL are upset that former refs and former players are not on their side. Then they deleted the video. Then after that, they posted their stupid sky blue apology thing, talking about how Michael Oliver is getting social media checked when Michael Oliver does not have social media and nobody knows who his family members are. And then when you read the actual article that's causing them to talk about social media, it comes from a game against Man United and Liverpool, where Man United are sending bomb threats to Michael Oliver because Liverpool got the penalty. And you're like, what does this have to do with Arsenal? Arsenal didn't do anything to this guy. He's basically employed by Mancity. The biggest check of his year, every single year, comes in the summer when he goes to Abu Dhabi to ref a game in the summer. Him and Darren England go as a team to Dubai to ref games. They go as a team to the European games to ref games. And you're telling me that there is nothing to see here.
No bias.
No bias.
No
Somebody
bias.
just likes giving cards for no reason. Guess who gave Miles Lewis Kelly his first yellow card in the Premier League? Michael Oliver, he's on the bench for this. He's not even on the pitch. He's on the bench, and they give him a yellow card. Why? Because Trossard kicked the ball less than a second after Michael Oliver. Everybody was angry. So he finds the smallest guy on the bench to give a yellow card so he can feel big. In this game, Gomez does the exact same foul and he gives him a yellow, which means he has a choice. The VAR does not say, oh, you just gave someone a red card for a similar foul. Upgrade this to a red. Yellow, yeah, that makes sense. It's a yellow card. Let's not even talk about the fact that Gomez kicks the ball away in the 47th minute after fouling somebody while on a yellow card. The exact same situation that somebody told me, oh, nobody does what Rice did. People are doing this thing consistently, and the only two players to get sent off are Arsenal players. You cannot continue to have one-of-one challenges, one-of-one decisions, and say Arsenal fans are crying. This season alone, I can think of at least 4 decisions that I have never seen before. I will never see. If I live to 120, I will never see again, unless it's in an Arsenal game. Last season, Arsenal lose the league by 2 points. Mancity play Liverpool and there's a high foot from Doku into McAllister.
That kick.
In a penalty.
That kick.
It's a penalty. The EPL is using that kick as a definition of high foot today.
Yeah, I saw it.
It wasn't given as a foul.
I saw it. I saw that.
It wasn't given as a foul. And the EPL is using it as a definition of
as a
high
benchmark.
kicks. Like, what are we doing here? The season before, Arsenal leads the league by 6 points. What happened? They forget to draw lines. You're allowed to push an Arsenal player in the head to score a goal. Ball goes out of play. I guess Gasly, that's the angle of the ball. That's why you can't see the ball out. Players are getting red cards for just vibes, basically. 6 points go. Oh, never mind that we play Mancity. We get a chance to win and go. And they're like, oh yeah, you can tackle players from behind twice in one match. Studs to the ankle. And it's fine. Yellow card. I don't want to ruin the game.
Was it Kova? It's Kova, right?
Why do I get angry? The story I've been hearing in group chats on internet is, Arsenal bottled the league. Yet, you can see literally right in front of you decisions that have been made that have stopped what should be a generational team from winning the league. This season, Arsenal have more injuries than Man City. And despite the fact that it's a younger team, it's assembled for less money, it's a less experienced manager. They are playing 18-year-olds in Premier League games. They are still second with all the rubbish refs have done this season. Man City are basically fifth, and they had to put 200 million. Okay, fourth now because they beat Chelsea. They had to put 200 million into their team to play. Right?
So like, I get a question.
Yeah.
Sure.
So who the Arsenal vex like? Where did all this come from?
I don't know. Ask them. They're the ones that have the issue. Because you can't tell me that somehow men from the least educated part of England, in a country where everybody is shouting about xenophobia, see a group of immigrants and don't have problems. Jamie Vardy scores a goal against Tottenham, points to his badge. Everybody like, oh wow, the shit house with real passion from the lad right there. In that he scores a goal, and then you're like, why is he mocking Brighton? It's the exact same thing. Everybody loves Mopé. Everybody loves Mopé. He's white. Like,
nobody likes Mopé, man. No one likes Mopé.
No, I'm saying like from a media perspective.
Okay.
There's the banter of Mopé. Arsenal are committing the same amount of fouls as Liverpool on average this season. Liverpool have no red cards. Arsenal have more yellow cards than red cards. There's someone who go like, oh, type of foul. Arsenal have you in your half 99% of the games, even when they have red cards, apart from Man City. Why would they be getting the same number of yellow cards as anybody? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So to me, the short answer is there's something about Michael Oliver that makes him want to ref Arsenal the way he does. My theory is that 2 years ago, Arteta called them disgraces. Or disgracia, since that's what we used to win the court case. And they took him to court, essentially. And he won. And what happens in a community that fights the police and win? What happens in a community that fights the police and win? You are wondering why I'm saying the police. Howard Webb is a former police officer. Now, tell me what these boys are behaving like. So you can shout, "Oh, Arsenal fans like crying. Arsenal fans are they do the victim move." It's true. Certain fans of certain teams exhibit the same character. There's nothing about that. It's just a fact of life. But like they're not mad. There are things that are happening. Like people sacrifice their time, their money, their mental health, their relationships to invest in this sport. Now, should there be better things I should be doing with my time? Definitely. But this is what I choose to be my drug of choice, right? So like I deserve to not have to think about refs. I deserve to just watch a game, and if we lose, shout about why Havertz is not scoring because he has 6 legs. Like, I deserve to talk about my manager having mistakes, but I can't get there because the refs keep on coming into the game, and that's not what anybody is paying for. I'm not paying $300 a year to football to figure out why refs have to make decisions. Like, I don't care about the refs. Like, I don't know any European ref apart from Trossard's brother, and I still don't even know his name. Like, it's insane that I know who Michael Oliver is. There's no reason for me to know Michael Oliver. He's just some random guy that gets paid 1K a month.
You shouldn't know refs' names. You shouldn't. It's not about them.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know some of these guys, man. Anthony Taylor,
like,
Michael Rich.
And the big ones that we read about, but generally.
No, but that's the thing. You shouldn't know their names. You should know them by like their faces.
Yeah,
but you should know like, bro, this name, I recognize this name.
Yeah,
like,
back in the day, Polina was the only ref that we knew back in the day.
Yeah.
I can tell you with certainty that between Mancity and Newcastle, we're going to get that Liverpool loving ref. Why? Because they know he's going to do something in that match. He's going to do something. Nothing anybody can do about it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't. Like, now, instead of them talking about how they can improve the game. Okay, see, everybody makes mistakes. I'm pretty sure today I made a mistake at work. The difference is I will take ownership of my mistake. That is really...
Or you're held accountable. If you don't take ownership, you either take accountability or you take ownership. One of the two. You can't just... I don't know, man.
David Coates says he hates Liverpool. He loses his job. Then today, instead of talking about what Michael Oliver did, they bring him out at 10 p.m. British time to talk about how he has mental issues and stuff. O'Neill gets fired because of ref decisions last season. Nobody is crying for him like, oh yeah, the manager, he has severance. O'Neill gets fired. Arteta could have lost his job by now because he didn't win the league twice. Meanwhile, the reason why he did not win the league is right there. It's out of his control. You cannot be playing refs. You don't have, no team has the facility to play ref. It's not possible, right? It doesn't make any sense. And I wish Abino was here so that Abino can say all the other points that other people will say about why what I'm saying is wrong. And it's just madness. Like, I'm happy this happened. I'm happy that it's a stupid enough decision that people can look past their biases and the rivalry, because if this is a foul because he grazed his shin,
What's a foul? Red card. Red card. This is a red card. It is a red card.
Like, at least, Trudy, you're still playing. How many times do you scatter someone's ankle by mistake?
Right, did it just yesterday, man. Like, even the person will get up and be like, yo, nice. Because they're dribbling you, they take the ball, you get the leg by mistake. You apologize and we just move on. It's not a red. It's not a red.
Sometimes someone is running past you, you turn, and as you turn, you drag them. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not on purpose. But like, sorry, like there's no, like, if you took out a ref from a game, I promise you that in England, it will not change that much. Because people are capable of refing themselves. Like, sure, there might be, like, slightly weird stuff happening, but like, what are these guys doing? Like, even the VAR thing, most VAR decisions are just upholding decisions that have been taken on the field, unless it's like something absolutely ridiculous.
Honestly, VAR has only been, in my opinion, VAR has only been advantageous for, and we have to get Kachi and Dami here because they haven't said anything. VAR has only been advantageous for offsides, to my opinion. That's the only...
Yet, in a title challenge, they forget to draw the lines in an Arsenal game. Let that sink in.
Just draw the lines.
Let that, no, like, it does, I mean, there's the Liverpool one they did where they actually drew the line and there was miscommunication. But yet, Liverpool fans like, oh, that's the decision. Like, nah, forget that. They forget to do their jobs. Like what I'm talking about here, man. I'm tired of shouting. Somebody else talk. I'm so exhausted, man. Like, doesn't even make any sense.
Kachi, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
I've been saying it from time. Arsenal has always had the rough end of refereeing in England. It's not today. I mean, you've had guys like Eduardo. I think it was Eduardo where the guy had a broken leg and was out for almost 2 years. You've had Santi Cazorla, where I think they had to fuse his Achilles, which pretty much ended the guy's career. So it's not today. You have Abu Dhabi, whose career was pretty much gone after like a few injuries. So it's not today that referees. But I think this one has to be the most. You know when it's like there's plausible deniability in all the other ones. So it's like you can say angles, you can say subjectivity, you can even say the guy did not have the intent to commit the foul, which I don't know what the hell that means. It's like you go and shoot somebody and you say, oh, I did not have the intent to shoot the person. But you still kill the person. You still broke a law. But now with this one, it's like, it's so obvious that Ian Wright was just like, nah, I have to go on Instagram Live. This is just, like at this point, everybody's not like, wait, like, no, this is just wrong. It's one thing if it's like, okay, it was like a second yellow and you're giving a yellow card. People are like, okay, fair. But this one, this guy straight up gave a straight red. And I'm like, the people in the VAR offices are like, they didn't challenge, they didn't do anything. It's not today. It's not today. Like, English referees have been bad. And it's just, Michael Oliver is another bad one. Anthony Taylor is another bad one. I remember when Anthony Taylor refed, I think it was the Europa League final. Mourinho waited for the guy after the game and waited for him at the airport. Because it's like, no, English ref in general, even across Europe, they are bad. They are so bad. Like for an English ref to even ref like a final of a major competition, like it's always very hard. Because if you notice, in Spanish league, we never hear anything about their refs. You don't even know who their refs are. If it's a foul, it's a foul. And once any this thing, they go to VAR straight up. There's contact, it's a penalty. Like there's no argument. It's only in England you'll be hearing things like subjectivity, intent to commit,
clear and obvious mistake. Clear and obvious. It was an obvious mistake, but it wasn't clear and obvious.
It's like clear and obvious mistake. It's like you ran a red light. Oh yeah, it wasn't a clear and obvious mistake because I was looking at my map. What do you mean? You still ran a red light. You still get the ticket. You still have to pay the ticket. Clear and obvious mistakes, subjectivities, and intent to commit are not. They are not defensible in the court of law. So why should they be defensible on the field? Right? Like what you said about Rodri, that's literally how Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. And we know that Ballon d'Or curse has come back to bite Mancity, but that's a different conversation. But to me, I just think, man, to me, this guy should be demoted down to the championship. He shouldn't ref another game this season. But we know they're going to give him either the Newcastle game. They're going to give him another big game involving Arsenal or Man City. Right? That's just the truth. This guy is on record. Like, there are videos of him on social media wearing a Newcastle jersey. He's a Newcastle fan. It's not even... I'm not trying to be contrarian. If you look it up on Twitter, it's all over. Like, the guy is actually a Newcastle fan, right? And Arsenal still has to go play these guys, I think, in their next 2 games in the Carabao Cup. So, for me, him, Anthony Taylor... What was the other one that was a Man U fan? There was one that was a Man U fan that used to be very skinny. He has retired. What's that his name? This one, he refed that 50 game unbeaten run.
No.
Martin, no, it's not Martin.
Was it Howard Webb?
No, it's not Howard Webb. He's
like
a skinny ref, but he refed that game that Arsenal were going for their 50th unbeaten game. And then Man U played Arsenal at Old Trafford, and Man U literally kicked Jose Antonio Reyes off the park. Like literally, the guy was fouled. No, the guy was fouled.
That game was
Riley, yeah. Mike Riley is a Man U fan. Like bro, like I'm a Man U fan and I'm telling you Mike Riley is a Man U fan.
This guy say he's one of us.
It's like bro, no. If you actually think I'm lying, go again and go watch the Arsenal Man U game, that undefeated run. Rooney dived. That
game was evil.
That game is like okay, we're gonna do them in this game. That's literally what the refs came out to do. Freddie Ljungberg had a run in on goal. Ferdinand literally elbowed my guy in the ribs, and the guy
like no ball, said F it.
No ball.
That game almost caused fight in Nigeria's 3 class.
That game, man. They should be playing that game as a definition of what refs should not do. Because that game, literally, I don't think any Man U player that fouled got a red. Like literally, like 4 or 5 Man U players should be.
Bro, the one of that guy, I can't remember who Gary Neville took down. That shit would be jail. That would be jail today.
It was
that would be prison today.
Yeah, Antonio Reyes, they were just fouling. It's like anytime the guy touched the ball, he was a trigger. They will foul the guy. Anytime the guy touched the ball, they will foul the guy. And then people wonder why Arsenal in the tunnel were like, nah, we're going to fight in the tunnel, and then the thing turned into Old Trafford. But that's besides the point. But to me, this one is probably the most clear. Like, I don't even know how to say it. It's like, and the thing is, there is not even a rule in the rule book that says a tactical foul is a red card, and he wasn't even the last man. Do you get what I mean? If you want to say, oh, he has a
the last man. He was in his half.
He was in his own half. Like, it's like, what do you want to see? If it's that one, then Rodri should have chopped at least 20 red cards in England by now. If that is what we're doing. No, I'm serious. If that's what we're doing, Rodri should have chopped red card. Caicedo should have chopped some red card between now and then. Like, to me, this is so obvious. And then now they are crying and playing victim. I think you're right. I don't think Arsenal is what Arsenal even challenging the thing, because now that PGML has come out and stood by the guy, now they are crying victim that he's facing abuse. Abuse from who? Like, let's see the evidence of the abuse that he's facing. Does he have a social media account, or does he have a burner account? Right? So for me, I think all these English, and that's why English refs, I keep saying it, that these English refs, the way they ref game, they strike me as people that bet on the game straight third party.
They bet. There's no if, ands, or buts about it.
They don't ref games equally. That foul they gave in this game, or that red card they gave in this game, you will see Liverpool playing another team, and maybe McAllister will commit that foul, and they might not even give a yellow card. They will just say it's a foul, and that's it. Right? So to me, it's not how do I put it? They are so inconsistent, and now it's to the point that it's like, bro, there's just been too many calls against Arsenal. Last year it was 3 apologies. This year, I'm guessing they're not giving apologies anymore.
I thought I said I don't want your apologies. I want my points. I thought I said I want my points. I don't want your apology. I want my
after
points.
After the second one, just like, yeah, we're not giving any apologies. Sorry, guys. And that
exactly.
was
It's like, so what are you apologizing for? They keep apologizing. What are you apologizing for? So I think for me, it's like, just like City is facing 115 charges. Arsenal need to take this shit to an independent tribunal, man. And they need to sue these refs, because they are so bad.
You know that.
Like, they are so bad to the point that I even think they should start bringing Italian or even Spanish refs into the English game to ref. Because I feel like these guys. I feel like these guys will be better.
You know these guys. You know these guys are still butt hot that the German is now the English manager. They ain't gonna do that.
England.
So for England, it's fine. It's their national. I mean, it's stupid, but like, it's their national team. But it doesn't make sense that a league that has the best players at every single level, the best managers at every single level, the best stadiums at every single level, the best physios, the best grass cutter, the best boots cleaning guy, the best stewards, the best bosses, cannot bring in the best refs or train their own refs to ref the game. It doesn't make any sense. And what annoys me is that the reason why these refs have a job, like the way their job is with benefits and everything, it's because of Arsenal. Wenger came and said refs should be a professional profession in this country, and they paid him back by basically ruining his life every chance they got. It doesn't make any sense, and it annoys me because for Miles Lewis Kelly is 18 years old. He is about to hit big time. He came into a team, everybody expecting him to like be the weak link in the team. He's solid. He made that Morgan guy at Aston Villa look like a child physically, someone that had been bulldozing midfield. The guy was catching up to Kulusevski and getting the ball without even having to body him. At 18, he's collecting ball in midfield and turning 3 guys at once, like it's child's play. And now he's going to be labeled as that guy. He's going to be labeled that every time he tackles somebody, he's that guy. It's a yellow card. Why? Because some stupid 40-something-year-old man cannot control himself. He needs to be the star of the game. Give him a yellow card. He will foul somebody else. Give him a second yellow. They'll be like, okay, fine, it's 2 yellow cards. Don't make a decision you don't have to make. Even the red card that Gomez makes, if it's not a red card, nobody really cares if this guy is still on the pitch. He was going for the ball. He missed it and he stepped on someone's ankle. You'll just be like, oh, take it easy. You can't do things like that. But he wants it to be a conversation. He wants to be the topic of conversation. Let him be. Why are you not protecting him? Let him have the conversation that he wants. Right? That's all me I'm asking. Like, imagine if you mess up at work and then your boss now starts shielding you when you can cause her to get fired. Doesn't make any sense. You have to be moving mad. Move mad now. Anything that happens to you. What's your own business? Like, you can't make these decisions consistently. This guy sent off David Lewis for running behind somebody and getting kicked in the knee because the studs hit his knee and it looked like apparently he was trying to foul somebody. I'm like, who fouls with their knee? Who fouls with their head for Saliba, the penalty Brighton gets? Who goes into a challenge with their head like, yes, I'm going to use my head to hurt somebody? It doesn't make any sense because when it flips to the other side, they don't make those decisions. And it's so annoying that you have to keep on. We're going to be here again in like 4 weeks. They will make some kind of.
Might be next week. You guys are playing City.
Be.
None of you have answered the question anyway. I'm going to ask Dami.
And that's the point.
Dami.
What's the question?
No.
Ask not City who's going to win.
That's the point. The point is that you cannot actually say what's going to happen in that game. Because depending on which ref they pick, Arsenal are anywhere from screwed to majorly screwed. Because Michael Oliver is the best that they have to offer.
And that's scary.
And you just went against him.
Best. That's
you
the
just
best.
went against him. And it's a police state. What do you think is going to happen to the first Arsenal player to tackle somebody? Or kick the ball away because he's upset? Or take an extra second too long on a goal kick? Or a extra too long on a throw-in? Arsenal are seen as a time-wasting team in the Premier League, such that Timber got suspended for a game because he collected 3 yellow cards because he took his time to throw the ball to somebody. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, it's almost, I feel crazy because it's my team gets refs as if I'm supporting Sunderland or Stoke. And I wish that is what we were actually doing. You get it to make sense. But that's not what we're doing, so it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I think Arsenal are going to beat Mancity to be like a 2-1 or 1-0 game. Nothing too crazy. Because Arsenal don't have enough players. If the longer the game goes on without Arsenal scoring, we're going to lose because we don't have anybody to bring on the bench. Last game we had 4 left backs and 2 goalkeepers, and the rest of them were 18-year-olds that had never been on the pitch in Premier League before. We're going to do the exact same thing next week. So that's
why Yardman is man. AFT is always dissing Arteta. So why is he always sending left backs? Left back, we have like 10 left backs.
Off, apparently, you never know where you need additional ones.
Yeah, we need our 9th left back come through. Burrows one left back, and we don't have any left back. Dami, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
If there's someone find ref, we don't get bias or corruption.
Or betting app.
Exactly. If the farmer find the most neutral, most honest man in England for the day, Mancity should beat Arsenal. Like Hedesa said, Arsenal are running out of key players. And Mancity look to have added a small injection with their new guys. So I expect them to come out on top. And low-key, Man City have gone almost a month and a half now without losing. So I think they are finding their ginger small, and they'll be fired up for this game for sure.
Remember the question I asked when these guys were on their 1-win 13 streak? What would it say about the Premier League if these guys actually come back?
Yeah.
Like, what would it say about the Premier League? Because they are 4th now, and above them, apart from Arsenal and Liverpool, is what?
They have goal difference on 4th place.
Yeah. Like, what would you actually say about Premier League if these guys actually come back? Because Arsenal is, like, these guys, the way they're getting injured is ridiculous now. So it's
when
not hard.
Come back, what do you mean? Like, come back to win the league? Or
come back to significantly push Liverpool, or come back to even win?
If they win the league, I'll cry. I'm done watching Premier League.
If they win the league, I think it will be the first time Pep has coached his way to a league in a very long time.
Is it though? It's not exactly. It's not just like big teams are fucking. Like, look at what's Chelsea doing? What's Man U doing? What's Tottenham? I can't even see them down the table. What are these guys doing?
You have I can't see you joke. That's kind of crazy.
But Coach have to get the results now. If they get the results, to come back and win.
Yeah, but to get the result, they are beating. But that's the thing. normally, and this is what we're dissing Arsenal about. That their first season that they were good 3 years ago, and it's the same thing with to a history book thing with Harry Kane. That first season he broke out. When you do something for the first time, it's like, all right, one season wonder. Let's see you do it again before you're not like, okay, now there's that. Because basically what I'm saying is that no big team is around the top end to stop them from bulldozing through. You have Brighton, Forest, Bournemouth, full like, bro. This is it's easy to just like get out of my way, get out of my way. And right back, I'm chasing Arsenal and Liverpool, and here I am again. It's easy.
But
so is it really coaching my way back?
I mean,
Pep ain't coaching his way
he
back.
can keep coaching them down to the bottom. So,
But you know where I want him to go? If he's really is the coach, let him play that Kuznetsov kid again against Arsenal. Please, I'm begging, let him play.
I don't think that kid is bad though.
No, he's not bad, but
not
please, I want them to play him against Arsenal. Like literally, Arteta should just rest Martinelli for 3 games between now and then. Let Pep play that guy, please.
Martinelli is not a centre forward. So the main problem is that
he played the kid on the wing though.
Well,
no, I don't think so.
No, it was Matthias in left back. Is it Matthias?
It was
That guy from
Nunes.
yeah, Matthias can
Nunes was right back.
Okay,
But Nunes went
Ahmad-
forward, and that's why he
Ahmad
looked like he was
Ahmad,
right
yeah.
back.
Please, you should please play that guy.
No,
If
but
he
he's
really
strong
is-
and fast. Martinelli has issues with players like that.
He's strong and fast, but the guy has mistakes. You need to see the guy's face. The guy looks like he
face.
shit the bed that
Bro,
game.
his
His
face.
first game. his
bro,
first
coming
game.
from playing from Belarus and France, and they throw you to the wolves against freaking Chelsea,
Against Palmer and them.
and he finished the rest of his game solid enough.
He did actually. There's one dude he won
Ah.
that was very nice.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I
that
want them
that
to
nice
do?
tackle on Palmer early was just getting in there. So that's like, all right,
Let them play him
you
against
have
the
feet,
Bournemouth.
you have got start on your body.
Let him
Now
play
play
him
ball.
against Bournemouth would
This guy, you're wicked.
Bro, Mars are scared of Bournemouth now. Hey!
Like,
Bournemouth.
Oh.
God. I can't tell you guys how close I was to getting Kluivert this past weekend.
Bournemouth. Oh my
I wasn't
God.
convinced that he would do it 2 weeks in a row.
No, I wasn't convinced to do it against Forest's defense, because Forest have a very good defense.
That's true, yeah.
So I was like, he's not going to do it against this defense.
I benched that Hojlund guy and played that now.
Like, I was like,
I
oh,
needed,
he's not going to do
a
it against.
striker. I thought he was a striker, but apparently he's a midfielder.
No, he's a midfielder.
Yeah.
He's a midfielder.
Doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is, I guess.
He's just going. He's hitting anomaly.
Catchy, you said.
Catch him, what are you saying?
Bournemouth had 10 players out, bro. All of them were in the gallery watching.
I saw that.
No,
I saw that.
Iraola is one of the best coaches in England. I told you guys about this guy last year, man. I was telling you that Bournemouth last year, when that guy entered, they were the 5th best team in the league. That was it. Like, they're actually ridiculously good, and he's stupidly good. And they have, like, basically all of their players will play in any big team. They will start in their positions in any big team, which is kind of insane.
What's their record against Newcastle? I'm just curious.
Who's
Does
that
anybody know? Because Eddie Howe used to coach them. I just want to see how when both of them played. It was.
This is not. They slapped them. The last game they slapped them like 4-1. Like, it wasn't even fair. The last Bournemouth and this thing.
Newcastle game.
And they had all their players. So they could
All
not
I'm
even
saying is
say,
that Bournemouth plays Liverpool. All I'm saying is Bournemouth plays Liverpool at home next game.
I got Kluivert, so I got him. I don't
If
vex.
Liverpool know what's good for them, eh? They should just not play Trent.
They should be feeling us soft.
They should not
No,
play
like-
Trent Alexander-Arnold, bro.
And that's what I'm talking about in terms of City coming back. We all know Liverpool has a slip in them. They do. Liverpool
I
has a
don't-
slip in them.
I don't
they
think
do.
it will happen this year, though.
I don't know, man.
It won't happen
I-
this year, bro. They've been winning games that they play badly. They magically have find a way to draw games. Come back last
So at some
week.
point, you just have to realize that.
I just hate that.
It's their
Arsenal
season.
beat
Their
Wolves
season.
this
is just-
weekend. I needed that. I thought Arsenal needs to draw that game and give us more.
They are scared because they know. Liverpool fans know, like, bro, we have a slip in us, man.
No.
Like,
No, but-
Everton will come
No,
and beat us. Everton will come and beat us, like, how? Moyes.
issue,
And
no,
we have
but
the room.
the issue is that the people who are chasing them literally don't have the gas required to catch them. Like City are too far back, and literally Arsenal, like Odegaard, Saka, Rice, Saliba, and Gabriel have started less than 5 games this season in all completions. That's not what you plan into any season. like at that point, it's call it excuses, call it whatever you want to call it. All I just know is that the one time Van Dijk got injured, Liverpool went from winner to fifth. Rodri gets injured, City goes from winner to, and then Arsenal injury, refs, madness on top, and they're still trying their best. So I feel like if Arsenal had their players fit, I'm not even sure Liverpool will be first. Anyways, it's annoying, and the reason why I always get worked up when I think about the referee, the points are there. Like it's not even like a arbitrary. Oh, if they had not given the card, we are winning the game, and they make a decision, and it flips the game, and it's kind of like, let them beat us. That's fine. Bournemouth, we're never beating that team. Red card, no red card, no problem. Like, it is what it is. But when refs are taken from you, it gets annoying. But that's a conversation.
Is Saka coming back? Is Saka coming back before season ends?
No, it's coming back in April, if you can call that before season ends.
April.
Season ends in May.
I'm not seeing that guy this season.
So, Kachi, I think Kachi, you're the only one that hasn't answered. Did you answer? Arsenal City? Yeah. What's your prediction for that game? You muted yourself.
Yeah, for me, for that game, definitely I don't know, for some reason I just see Arsenal beating City. I don't know why. I just see Arsenal beating City. I keep saying it that Pep, everybody keeps saying Mamouche, and I don't see any difference. I think Savinho is a better player. But hey, that's just me. Everybody's like, oh, he's Egyptian. He must be Salah's cousin. He must be good at Salah.
Whoa, bro.
Just because you drink water from the same, just because you are Salah's neighbor, don't make you Salah. I keep saying.
Bro, I thought you say Doku. At least you say Savinho. Whoa, bro.
I think Savinho will be a better player, in my opinion, personally.
But he hasn't been.
Savinho is actually not bad. You guys should stop hating. Savinho is not bad. He ain't no Grealish. He ain't no Grealish. Nah, relax. No, Anthony, relax, man. He is direct. He drives forward.
Hey.
I have a soft spot for players that drive forward. I hate it when players stop to dribble. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I like that they drive forward.
Go, man.
They have any results when they drive, not just crash into wall. But compact. Ronaldo entered Spain at 24 with Madrid. Guess who else entered Spain at 24?
Who?
Anthony.
Please, how do I remove this guy from this?
Anthony should be careful in Spain because.
And they're both joining a team that starts with Real.
You guys stop this. Why you guys bullying my poor bro, man? Stop it.
Anthony had the spin around. He had the spin around in his welcome video to Real.
I saw that. I was like, God, where's the shape? I've never seen so much hype for a loanee.
They actually did presentation for him.
Yeah, they did presentation for him, like a loan player. All this love. Just buy the bro now. If you like him this much, take him. What is this loan for?
These guys are using him to increase their social media following. Don't mind them.
We have to go, but we'll be remiss if we don't talk about Amorim's comments on Rashford. I want each of you to give us your take on that quickly, starting with you, Dami.
The comment about
putting the keeper coach on the bench over him.
Oh, damn, that's harsh. I missed that, but that sounds painful.
Yeah, that's what he said yesterday when they asked him about Rashford. He said, this bro doesn't train, the effort is not there. Like, I'd rather put the goalkeeping coach in the bench over him.
So let's let him go.
Bro, you know why we can't let him go now. Nobody wants him. We pay him too much. The wages are too much.
Damn. So another Sancho in you guys' hands. That's brutal.
Exactly. What do you think about that? What would you do if your coach said that about you?
Oh, no, I'm defeated. I don't know I can play for that coach again, but jeez, how are you going to come out of this one? Because there's only 1 week left to find solution. And they said AC Milan door was closed because they signed Kyle Walker now. Barcelona are too broke.
He should go to Madrid now.
Come on.
He can play on the right from time to
Did they
time.
want? Did they look for him? Madrid don't need a attacker.
Kachi,
If you
what do you think
come
about
about
that
Barcelona
comment?
and Liverpool.
To me, I think it's a bad mistake in the sense that okay, the player wants to go, you need money for PSR, profitability, whatever. This is where you should have this is where for me the board should have come down after that first this thing. The manager could just give generic answer. Yeah, he's training, but I don't think he's ready yet. For you to come out and now say you will let your 63-year-old goalkeeping coach, you will start him ahead of Rashford. You are basically telling other teams that, bro, let's come and lowball these guys in the summer, or let's lowball them in January. Let's even ask for 50k a week loan. Maybe they pay 50k, Man U pays the remaining 300k a week. That's how, because when you have an asset, Man U is just using their hands, or Amorim is using his hand to depreciate the asset. Who, let's be honest, if you look at in terms of players that Man U can sell that can generate money, Rashford is probably the one that will probably generate the most in terms of the ones that we can, let's say, we can sell at this present moment. Kobe Meno will not generate the money Rashford will generate in the market. That's just the fact. Garnacho will not generate the money Rashford will generate. That's just the fact. So it's like, okay, yeah, Rashford has had a horrible 18 months. But bro, this is somebody that say he wants to leave your club. There's a way you handle this thing with care. Be like, oh, yeah, he's training, but I don't think he's ready yet. When he's ready, I'll bring it back in the team. Generic answer.
Like, come get him.
What they're going to see is going to happen is nobody's going to come in and buy Rashford by end of January window. And then by February, the board are going to tell this guy that, see, you better play this guy. We need money for this asset in the summer. If he wants to move in the summer, we need to be able to get decent money for him. So either way, you have to bring him on. I'm honestly going to tell you that's what they're going to do. Because if our owners are firing kitchen staff and cutting cutting charity funds, you know they don't want to lose money on Rashford. Because if the rumors are true that Napoli bid 40 something for Garnacho, they said no, which I think is fair that they said no, or they bid, like, you get what I mean? It's like we need to sell big to be able to even afford to buy anybody at this present moment. So beggars cannot be choosers at this point. Rashford can just do the Ozil and just be there chilling at home, like, bro, what thing concern me? You guys, every Thursday you deposit that money at midnight into my account, 350k. I just be chilling. That's all. He shows up for training, does what he needs to do. If they're not picking him, they're not picking him. Obviously, it's a horrible situation, but it's like, to me, the manager made a very stupid move here. It's like he's acting like we're in the pre-PSR time where you could probably watch toss away player and buy a new one. But now, bro, with Man U's financial situation, we need to we need at least four, 5 players from the squad gone this summer to be able to afford to bring in even the Patrick Dogu guy that we've been dilly-dallying in. The people have rejected like two offers that we've made for him. So to
That's
me,
us now. We took the dilly-dally.
I think it was a stupid move from Amorim to do that. Because the Patrick Dogu guy, I bet you, by the time you wait till summer, they will add another 20 million on top of that money. Because you know Chelsea and everybody will come out. You'll be a feeding frenzy in the summer. So, yeah.
It is, sir.
I would be a hypocrite if I said that I didn't understand why Amorim said what he said. But I think that the way he said it is where the problem is. So it's okay for a player to not fit your vision, but you shouldn't tarnish a player such that they can't find another club. Mostly because, well, obviously, like Achi mentioned, you get into sell to be able to buy, and also because you just have a duty of care to your employees. Like, you shouldn't get that far. Like, if it was a white player that was in that situation, I hate playing this whole race system, but we saw 2 players literally do the exact same thing, and one of them getting packaged to be sold, and the other one is being made to look like it's the way he dresses or the way he does his hair that's a problem. And at that point, it's kind of like, is it really football? Like, your 2 main strikers are averaging 1 shot between them per game, and you're telling me Rashford can't do something when Elmo is counter-attacking football and he can play as a 10 sometimes. Like, this is someone who has decided that Rashford is the person he's going to use to gain authority in the team. As per, I can't do anything to Rashford, so imagine what I'll do to you when I turn on you. And it can work, but then we've seen it work for Mourinho, and you have 3 seasons max with that situation. And that 3 seasons when you are winning. So when you are continuously losing and drawing and finding random wins against bad teams, including my Super Fulham, like it's nice in the moment.
6 points,
like,
bruh. Took 6 points from Fulham.
it's nice, but like in the long run, I don't think it's gonna solve the issue. Like the issue is not Rashford. So like, why are you making him the scapegoat? So all the best to him. Like I hope he stays as long as possible because I've seen signs that his United team is the team I enjoy watching. So all the best to you guys.
To be fair, I think some guys will push you. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that you'll be like, I shouldn't have said that, but some guys will push you. Imagine having to work closely with these guys day in, day out. I'm like, bro, you are pissing me off every single day. And you're asking me about you every single day. Go on.
So, what's the difference between Rashford's behavior and Haaland's behavior on the pitch?
On the pitch?
On the pitch, on the actual game day. What's the difference between
them? But that's exactly my point. And that's why I've been saying what's the difference between what Sancho did and what Rashford did. We are going off the news of people that see them on a day-to-day basis behind closed doors. That is what this criticism is about. It's not about what was seen on the pitch. We have no choice but to believe what they say because they see. Like, yeah, right.
There is a video floating around where the team is doing the rondo, right? And Rashford is in the rondo, and Amorim says as far away from them as possible. Looking at Rashford like he wants to kill them.
Like I saw that picture. Like
the entire team is doing this rondo. The entire team is doing the rondo at a pace that even my Sunday 7-a-side team can beat. That's not Rashford. That's your team strategy. They are passing so slow that they can't even complete passes, and it's Rashford they're focusing on. And that's what I mean by what's the difference between Rashford in training and a striker that refuses to turn around or pass the ball or even take a shot for however long he plays. Like your striker is averaging 1 shot per game. Havertz misses a lot. At least he's taking the stupid shots. Once in a while they enter. Right. So like I don't think there is a valid reason, especially because we are saying that the guys that are on the pitch are not doing anything fantastic. Like literally, you are a ref seeing Lisandro actually 2-foot attempt to 2-foot Traore away from not winning the game, right? Because he just goes in with 2 foot for no reason. Ref could have called that and be like, yo, that is violent conduct, right? Get off my pitch. And it's valid. It's a violent conduct. Nobody tackles by stamping 2 feet into the ground, right? Instead, he goes and scores a massively deflected goal.
Deflected, keeper touched it, hit the bar. Like there were so many elements of luck for that ball to enter.
I didn't see the keeper.
He touched it. Keeper touched it. He touched it and he hit the bar before he entered. After it was deflected.
Yeah, so like
bro, man.
That's
what we call destiny.
That's what Amorim is going to use to be like, oh yeah, my tactics are working. When in reality, nothing since he joined, including the Mancity game that you won and the Liverpool game that you got a point from, nothing has shown that this guy has anything that he's trying to implement. And if you are telling me he's going to go buy 11 full players in the summer, he has to make sure that he can sell these guys.
According to Amino and them, he has signed to Ahmad and Maguire. Should we were counting people?
I agree. I agree.
He has signed to. So 2 down, 9 to go, right?
9 to go, essentially.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Now extending someone's contract.
Can I make a prediction? By this time next season, the guy is gone from Man U. That's just the truth. I'm telling you.
Damn.
I'm a Man U fan.
That's a very, very hot take.
Let me tell you
Is
what.
your bank paying on this? Because I'm very interested in the bank of Kachi for this particular bet.
No, let me tell you why. Because the moment Ahmad stops saving these guys behind, because let's be honest, Ahmad has pulled this guy out of a hole. And then people are like, we are not seeing any improvement. You know, the thing about English media, they will be quick to turn on you as a foreign coach, first of all. My number 2, the fact that you are needing a miracle from pretty much Ahmad every week, which Ahmad cannot give you anymore. The moment Ahmad gets injured,
or that new contract,
bro. Hey, if Ahmad gets injured,
Ahmad gets injured, See,
Hey.
we're fighting with Southampton for. We're already
No,
Ipswich.
there's enough of a gap.
This guy didn't even done.
Bro, everybody was saying there was enough of a gap a few weeks ago for Spurs. Spurs are 15th now, bro. That's how quick football changes.
Yeah, but they are bad.
They are
had
15th
to have-
after losing to Everton and Ipswich. So their next fixtures is going to they're going the other way, bro.
No, but the centre backs are coming back next week, so they'll be fine.
Okay, the pliers.
That's what everybody says. Nobody would have believed that Leeds United with Mark Viduka and them.
Made them relegate Fellows Banda, whatever his name is.
So,
See, if they
Tottenham
actually get
relegates.
if they get relegated, Tottenham fans, I think they will leave London, bro. Like
I have this guy that I play with on Thursdays. I will go camp in front of his house and do party. They get relegated. I'm just saying.
Fireworks. We need to bring the episode to an end. Let's see what happens. And by the time this episode comes out, midweek would have happened. Arsenal draw now. First, Arsenal should win that game. I think City's game is next week. I'm not 100% sure. Their win or lose game against Club Brugge. Is it this week? Yeah, what
It's
is
this week. All the games are this week.
all the games are this week on Wednesday, right? Yeah, beautiful. So we'll see what will happen if City would have qualified. If they haven't qualified, whether they use Arsenal to vex and redeem themselves for the Champions League. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you everybody for watching. As always, continue to love football. Peace.